G'day pals, welcome back to the Wandering Village, where we're resuming where we left off building this settlement on the back of this beautiful god called Onbu, which very appropriately means piggyback ride in Japanese. Thankfully, we're just about to leave this desert and enter the mountains biome, where I hope we never need to repeat the atrocities of day 37. Rest in peace. Now, I know that the mountains are a cooler biome than the desert, so we need to make sure that we're growing the appropriate plants for the temperature. So the corn is way too cold to grow anymore. We could swap that back over to beets. It can live in this kind of yellowy orange zone. For our second farm down here, yeah, I guess we can keep that on as wheat. The cactus and corn don't seem to want to grow. Our scavenging party's just returned with 26 salt. I think that was from one of these oases that we've got down here. Basically, all of these little areas we can see on the map are places that we can explore. Oh my gosh. I just noticed that there's that tornado, a light thunderstorm that might damage your most fragile buildings. Okay, in that case, I think we're gonna have to time this perfectly to get Onbu through there. There's even another one down here. I don't know what kind of path that's going on. Oh yeah, that's no threat to us. Because we have this Onbu hornblower, we do actually have some commands that we can give to Onbu, so I'm thinking we might need to run through this if we can time it well. Actually, maybe right now is when we go for that. Onbu, we're running! And he's accepted our command as well. Okay, as long as we don't end up in this patch when the thunderstorm comes, I think we should be okay. Onbu's getting pretty hungry though, he's at 51%. And he's at 69% sleepiness, which is actually a bit of a worry. This is exactly where the tornado is going to come back through if we're unlucky. You can see some stats about Onbu while he's running as well. Like his metabolism is 156% right now. Oh no, he just did a yawn. Onbu, we're so close. Don't fall asleep just yet. And we're through. Okay, not today, light thunderstorm. That was already too much excitement. I just realized we have 17 knowledge that we haven't spent yet. Every one of these researchers that has this little cogwheel, that means that requires some knowledge points. I definitely want to research these cottages so we have better houses for our citizens. But there's still these two resources that we don't have. But I think I've worked out one of these is iron and the other is glass. So to get these, we can go over in this resources tab and we basically need to get an iron furnace and a glass blower. So first of all, we'll start to research the quarry, which needs 3 knowledge points. We're also going to need to pick up some new villages as soon as we can for reasons I will not name. But it looks like that running we did finally caught up with Onbu. He's decided to sleep here. But we made it far enough away from this thunderstorm path. I think we're safe here. Our scavengers came back with another 3 knowledge. But I think the next thing we're going to explore is this settlement because there's a chance that we could get some villages from there. Okay, looks like our beet farm is coming along nicely. For some reason, we've still got some corn left on the ground. Oh good, they're using it up. It's not going to waste. Our wheat's being planted down on this other farm. We'll make this bigger, the full circle at some point. And we've got a few of these berry gatherers scattered around as well. Oh, what is this? A stack of herbs. Why won't someone pick this up? I'm guessing it's because our material storage is full of herbs. Yeah, it is. There's one there that's full and another one here that's full as well. So we're going to have to work on some of our storage too. Now, we've got 2 kitchens working over here. One is making polenta from the last remaining corn that we have. The other is making berry muesli. I'm actually going to swap this one over to making beet soup now because we just can't seem to keep up with the berries. Once we run out of corn on this other one, I'll swap that over to berries, I think. Very good, we found some more settlers. These guys don't look like they're poisoned or anything too bad, so let's pick them up. And we got 3 healthy people and 2 hungry people. I think that's okay. Yeah, food supply is really good now. We've got a whole bunch of polenta and a bit of berry muesli, and we're starting to get our beets coming through now as well. You can see that we've got 71 food at the moment, and our daily consumption is 82. So actually, we do need to get our supply up and rolling a bit faster. Our air wells are back in production as well. This is kind of the perfect humidity range for them to work, where they were 0% production speed when we were back in the desert. But pretty much all of our storage is full on water, so that's not too much of a problem. We're making herbs up here with our herbalist. And this whole area was dedicated to Onbu as well. Like we've got the Onbu doctor, the kitchen, which I'm actually going to reactivate that now so we can keep making Onbu food. We only have 3, which I think is going to be a problem because Onbu is nearly 60% hungry right now. And actually, I cannot wait to feed Onbu with this trebuchet. We haven't been able to do it yet. Oh, it just looks so awesome. And right at the rear of Onbu, we've still got our dung collector as well. It looks like we're still making plenty of compost in this little compost heap next to it, which is nice. It'll make our veggies grow faster. Why has someone left a random box of poop in the middle of the ground? Ori, was this you? Are you responsible for this? Of course, just walk straight past it. Leave that valuable compost resource right in the middle of the ground. This is a really long way to go. I don't know why I haven't built a road out here, but I guess we should do that to help them out a little bit. Maybe if I build a road through this box, someone will have to come and pick it up. Oh, and we've also got this mycologist who's growing mushrooms for us to make Onbu food with. All right, Onbu, it's been like 2 days and you've been asleep the whole time. I think it's time for us to wake up now. He does not look like he wants to wake up. He's having the best time of his life. Well, while Onbu's still sleeping, I guess we can look for a place to explore. The only places left are these poisoned forests. A forest full of infested plants. We have no idea what we might find here. You know what? Let's do it. If our villagers come back poisoned, then I guess we'll just cure them with the doctor, right? We have that power. Here comes Randy, one of our scavengers. He's going to get into his wingsuit and fly off into the sunset. And Jeanette is the second one. Oh, there they go. Okay, they're both off in their wingsuits, off to collect our resources. Ah, man, I love watching those guys leave. Wait, Esdras, how did you get badly poisoned? What happened to you? All right, looks like we're going to have to open our village doctor after all. We might just leave one person in there. Oh, and the sleepyhead is finally up from his very long nap. Many of your villagers are poisoned. Okay, let's make that 3 doctors then. All right, Michael Long, the doctor, just healed Esdras. And Onbu evacuated his bowels at the same time, so it's all action stations for collecting that as well. Man, everything's happening at the same time. Oh yeah, so Burton, who's got this little clover symbol over his head, he was poisoned as well. Where's everybody getting poisoned from? The scavengers just came back from the poisoned forest with 13 herbs, but 2 of them got poisoned during the trip. I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for that if we keep investigating these poisoned areas. I mean, that was to be expected though. They did visit a poisoned forest after all. All right, Onbu is getting seriously hungry now, 62%. I think it might finally be time. We've got 3 Onbu food built up in storage. I hope that that's enough. Our research for the quarry was just finished as well. So now we can get either the iron furnace or the glass blower. We're gonna need both of these, so I guess let's just start from left to right. We'll get the iron furnace, which forges iron out of iron ore. That does mean that we can build a quarry now, and these quarries produce stone by mining boulders on Onbu's back. Like these giant things here. So I think if we place one right here, we should be in range of both of these boulders. And it's kind of crazy because they have 200 stone in each of them. We'll never have to forage for stone again. We've been planting these beets for days, and we've only managed this one circle outside of our house. You would think with 5 people on the farm, they would be able to plant a bit more than that. Or maybe these beets are just growing so quickly that by the time they finish planting them, they're ready to harvest straight away. Okay, someone has manned the feeding trebuchet. Now, if we click Show Interactions, this is how we can select to feed Onbu. It looks like we can also feed him a constipator and a laxative if we really just want to control his bowels. Let's just go with the regular food for now. Even though that food looks enormous, I'm not sure if it's big enough to feed Onbu, if I'm honest. Oh, there we go. We just shot it. Oh my god, that's so cool. We just shot a giant meatball up and Onbu caught it in his mouth. That just dropped his hunger by 20% as well. That's not too bad. So it means we're gonna have to feed him twice more to get his hunger right down. But it looks like it's got a bit of a cooldown. But it's not too long to wait, so we'll feed him again. Oh, that one went instantly. Great catch, Onbu. Oh, I just changed my mind because I wanted to pick up these nomads. You can see the path they're walking on and we could intercept them here potentially. But I changed my mind back again because it's too good to get a feeding spot and a sleeping spot right next to each other. We will explore this forest though. Maybe we can get some more resources. Right, well, since we don't need to feed Onbu anymore, let's close down the trebuchet. I think we could also use a material storage up here as well. That way we can store some resources a bit closer to the kitchen in the trebuchet. Looks like we've made it to Onbu's feeding spot. He's just disgusting to look at while he eats, but we still love him. Okay, now that this storage is completed, I think we'll turn off everything except for all of the Onbu food and anything we need for medicine as well. That means rather than walking all the way down here to get resources, it's all just available right at the doorstep. Okay, looks like we're finally entering the jungle biome, just as Onbu gets to his sleeping spot. He's only 47% sleepiness, but I guess you gotta take naps when you get the opportunity, right? Look at him snuggling in there. Oh, and that's an absolutely terrifying yawn as well. But at least he's comfy. Thankfully, we've got some new areas to explore on the map. We'll send a party to this mine first of all, but now there's a couple of forests down here, and it shouldn't be too long until we get to these nomads. And of course they're poisoned, but our doctors will heal them up no problem. Our scavenger party came back with 6 iron ore, which brings our total up to 26. That's obviously what we're going to need to make iron bars when our iron furnace is complete. Alright, Onbu's on his way again, swinging his head around, not a care in the world. And why would you have a care when you're 1,000 years old and you're still 100% healthy? Actually, I forgot to check my crops when we went into the new biome. It looks like the wheat is perfectly suited to it. And for the beets, yeah, they're also perfectly suited. Okay, we're fine. No problems here. We're still waiting for someone to jump in our quarry. Oh, actually, it looks like Nolan's on his way. And for some reason, he's immediately decided to go back to the farm. I mean, the work ethic around here is atrocious. Oh no, the poison! Onbu, lie down. He accepted our command. Oh no, we're actually in the toxic cloud. Okay, in that case, Onbu, we're changing our mind. We're gonna do a run. I love that he's now accepting our commands, even though I'm giving him like multiple in a row. I feel like an army drill sergeant. Walk, prone, run. Onbu is currently standing in air that has medium toxicity. If he was lying down, like we just made him, the ground toxicity would be very high. Oh no, that's bad. Oh, we've already got spores. No. Okay, now we've got to go on spore eradication duty and make sure that we wipe everything out as soon as possible. Oh yeah, look at all of this stuff. It's everywhere. We do need to make sure it's all really high priority as well. These ones are getting taken out really fast. That's great. They'll just box those out of existence. It looks like we're pretty safe on Onbu's butt. Up this end looks pretty good as well. So I feel like we've got it all. At least I can't see any that we've missed. Okay, we'll tell Onbu to walk again. I don't want him to use too much extra energy if we don't have to. And our scavengers have come across a lost woods. Dense fog covers the entrance, making it impossible to see inside. Carefully, your scavengers take a few steps into it when suddenly an uplifting melody resounds from afar. Should we follow the melody and see where it leads, or should we just run away in fear? We've got to follow the melody. How could we not? Okay, looks like we didn't find out where the melody came from, so we just gave up and left with 30 wood. I mean, that's a win if you ask me. Oh look, it looks like we've finally found the new ocean biome. And there's a shipwreck. Oh, we need to explore that big time. I really hope Onbu follows our command. Northeast, Onbu. Yes, he accepted. Okay, we're going to the ocean. Oh, we walked over those nomads as well. They were the poisoned kind. Not that you can actually see from the picture of them. But we're going to pick them up anyway because we really need the numbers. Okay, 1 healthy nomad and 2 poisoned ones. I'll take it. Welcome aboard, everybody. Don't listen to what anybody says about day 37. Absolutely nothing happened, I promise. Okay, looks like our wheat's being harvested pretty well. I'm going to bump that up to 5 farm hands. Are we finally collecting stone? Oh, Halette! You've finally picked up the compost box. Your work ethic seems too good to be true. You must be one of the new nomads. Hopefully she keeps that work ethic even though she sees that everyone else isn't working as hard as she is. Oh, and Nolan's mining some rock from this big stone as well. Our iron furnace research is completed as well. That's really good. So let's get the glass blower now. After we've picked that, we're only down to 7 knowledge. It has unlocked a deep quarry though. Produces stone by drilling deep into Onbu's back. This process will hurt Onbu's trust in you. Well, we're definitely not doing that anyway. We don't need the 10 knowledge. Where are we going to build all of our industry? I'm kind of thinking over this poopy end of Onbu is a good idea. Somewhere like here. Oh, I thought that was another poison spore that we missed, but it's just a bit of remaining goop. I'm not exactly sure if we need anything special going into the ocean biome, but maybe we just check our research tab just to make sure. Oh, there is actually a seawater collector. Maybe our air wells stopped working. And an evaporator that makes water out of that seawater. Oh, and a fishery and an aqua farm. Okay, in that case, we're going to abandon our glassblower research and we'll research this seawater collector instead. We've made our turn at the crossroads and we're approaching the ocean. Onbu's getting pretty sleepy as well, so that's a very convenient sleeping spot that we've got there. Right, our seawater collector's completed. Let's get an evaporator as quickly as possible. Nothing like a forest of fluffy cotton trees to sleep on. And let everyone else know how tired we are with this bellowing yawn. Onbu's the kind of person to like wake everybody else up when he goes to bed. Oh, very nice. Our iron furnace is complete now as well. I like how they had to build this hill just to make this bridge work. There's no way you're getting that cart up there though, I'm telling you. And I thought instead of this wheat that we've got, we might try some tomatoes instead. We still haven't got all of the infrastructure to grow the bread just yet. I just wanted to stockpile a whole bunch of this wheat so that we can make bread from it later. Even though I've put this farmhands upgrade on this beet farm, so now there's 8 total farmhands here, they still haven't been able to grow more than just the single ring around the beet farm. How are you supposed to ever fill this up? Okay, Onbu's on the move again, and we can actually see the ocean. Look how excited Onbu is. If he's anything like my dog Heidi, he absolutely loves to swim. Oh, and the furnace is running. Look, you can see the little molten iron coming down here. We produced our first iron bar. That's one of the 2 resources we needed to build some more advanced structures. Actually, this water looks like it's going to get really deep. I hope you can swim, Onbu, or we're all doomed. Be like a tidal wave that washes us all off Onbu's back. He does not look like he's built for swimming, if I'm being honest. Onbu wags its tail. He must be excited to swim after all. Oh, his feet are off the ground. Oh, he's doing it. He's actually swimming. I'm so surprised. Look at all 6 of his little legs paddling. Looks like his metabolism's gone up quite a bit as well. Sitting at about 140% at the moment. But luckily our swim isn't very long because we've got a little feeding spot just in front of us. So pretty much as soon as he started to swim, he's going to be climbing up to the next island. So sorry, Onbu, that was just a short swim for now. But it looks like this biome goes really far too, my goodness. Okay, our evaporator is researched. Now it's time to get a fishery. And if we just pause for a second, I'm going to make sure that all of these things that we need for the water get built. Like there's our seawater collector, and we'll place the evaporator right next to that. We've still got a massive amount of water, so I think we should be okay until that gets up and rolling. The only thing is the tomatoes need a lot of water to grow, so they need 3 water per crop, whereas the beets only need 2. So I think we're just going to be extra cautious here, and we'll have 2 beet farms going. That means we're going to take a bit of a hit to our food variety, but I think that's okay. Our happiness is still 10 at the moment. Our scavengers just came back from the shipwreck and they brought 12 wooden planks, which is pretty amazing actually. Oh, there's a desert island over there and a fort ruins. An abandoned, partially destroyed fort made out of stone. I wonder if there's people over there. Let's just quickly get these 2 shipwrecks because they're very close. That means they're going to take less time to explore. And Onbu is on an island. That swim was so short. Yeah, perfect. It looks like he's at least stopped to eat. These island mushrooms must be as good as the mainland ones. Oh, we have hit an issue. I just realized that the evaporator needs 5 glass to function. And we can't actually make glass at the moment because we haven't researched the glass blower yet. Air wells are still producing water though. They're just at 50% of the production speed, so we should have enough to get us through anyway. Onbu's wagged his tail again because he's going back into the water. He loves it so much. Swinging his head around in happiness again. All right, let's send our party over to this fort ruins. I need to see what's there. Oh, is this a thing? I thought these waves were like a dangerous thing that we needed to avoid. This looks like it's going to be a big swim, Onbu. It is getting so deep there. And the ocean looks like it goes on for ages as well. 43% sleepiness already and going up higher. Hopefully we can sleep on one of these feeding spots, or we might be in some trouble. Oh, and it looks like our villager's needs have increased up to 2 now. That means if our villager happiness drops below that number, that some of them might want to leave Onbu's back. We're sitting pretty good at 9 right now though, so I don't think that's an issue. But I do think that we should build some better housing for them in the meantime. Right now they're just living in these tents, which are a housing quality of 1. Even with decorations, it's not very good. They do only house 2 villagers as well, but if we upgrade to these huts, which we have a couple of, their housing quality is 4. And they can also sleep an extra person per house as well. We need a lot of wood planks and stone slabs though, so we'll have to get our carpenter and stonecutter back into action. 82% sleepiness, Onbu. You better take a nap on this island. I don't actually have the commands where I can tell him to go to sleep yet. But maybe we can tell him to lie down? Oh yeah, he accepted the command. Okay, at least he can have a little rest. It might not be a full restful sleep, but a little rest is better than nothing. This time we're going to sleep on some mushrooms. We did finish a seawater collector though, that's very much needed. While we're waiting for Onbu to rest, let's also build a fishery. That just needs wooden planks and stone slabs like everything else we're building. I'm slowly starting to feel like everyone's work ethic is changing. Are they working harder? Maybe it's all in my head. Or maybe they just realize that if it doesn't work out on the back of Onbu, there's no place that they can go when we're stranded in the middle of the ocean. They'll end up like these nomads, just floating around waiting for someone to come by and pick them up. Okay, but Onbu is at 1% sleepiness now, so I think that's the perfect time for us to start walking again. I'm hoping he has a little bite to eat though when he wakes up. He's at 22% hunger. Nope, he just evacuated his bowels instead. I love how much he was wagging his tail in his sleep. This is your big day out, Onbu. That's 3 swims in 1 day. What a lucky boy. Okay, with all the research we needed to do, I think it's a good idea if we build one more research hut somewhere. We can squeeze it in down here. Even though our research is going at 240% right now, I think the max is somewhere like 440%. I mean, look at all of this research you can get. It's kind of crazy. I would be absolutely terrified swimming through the ocean at nighttime, but Onbu seems happy enough. What's that like, that fear of things swimming underneath you in an open body of water? Oh, that is the worst. Oh, the fishery has just finished building. It looks like we can catch either fish or kelp, which is pretty useful. Let's try some fish though. We need to improve our food variety. Oh, our happiness just dropped down to 6. That is not great. Man, we've got a whole stack of berries there. What's going on? Oh, both of our kitchens are doing beet soup. I'll swap one over to berry muesli instead. We're getting very close to the nomads, which is amazing as well. Oh, look, of course, there's an Onbu sleeping spot up here. We would not have made it if we didn't sleep on that feeding spot, though. Look at Onbu's little feet while he's swimming. It looks like he's just out for a nice casual little swim. He doesn't know that everybody's survival's on the line. He's just living his best life. Good, we came across the nomads. We're definitely going to pick them up. No one poisoned or hungry. That's always nice. Now, actually, it looks like Onbu's poison level is 16. That must have happened when we went through that poison cloud earlier. So let's enable our Onbu doctor, and hopefully we can feed him some medicine to drop that poison level down a bit. Oh, it looks like we've got Jory who's gone into the fishery. I'm pretty sure some of these other fish you should have thrown back into the ocean because they're too small. But look at the size of that one. Oh, we've also got Geraldine coming. Oh, and the gliders are coming in too. I've never seen them from that angle before. That was really cool. Excuse me, guys. What are you doing? Nolan and Mindy? Oh, they're at the seawater collector. It's full. Oh my God, how quickly do you collect seawater? All of our storage is actually full. Our regular water supplies are so low. That is scary. Thankfully, our glass blower just got researched, so we're going to build this as a priority. Maximum priority. Oh, our scavengers found a wrecked cargo ship. This wreck seems to have been a wealthy cargo ship, perfect for scavenging. But from up close, your scavengers spot a few clouds of poisonous spores wafting out of its cargo hold. Do we want to search the cargo anyway, or only grab the resources that are on the top deck, or just run away like babies? Oh, we're here. We may as well explore it. Opening the cargo hold, your scavengers are immediately assaulted by the toxic spores. The entire ship is filled with them, along with some other unidentifiable biomass. Oh, they both got poisoned. That's okay. We'll just get our village doctor up and working again. All right, everyone's bringing resources to get our glass blower built. We still need 16 stone slabs, though. Let's just disable our seawater collector since that's like max capacity at the moment. All right, we're super close to the Onbu sleeping spot. And finally, there's a desert island close enough that we can explore it. Now, we're also coming up to a crossroads with a feeding spot in one direction, which could be perfectly timed, actually. We're at 36% hunger already. And the other way looks like it's actually a way out of the ocean if we want to take that into a mountains biome. But we'll wait for Onbu to have a little rest first while we can decide what we want to do. Look at these nice fluffy clouds. Perfect for sleeping, Onbu. Oh, our scavengers came back with 31 sand from that desert island. That's actually really good. Sand's something we're going to need. So let's explore this other desert island that's a bit further off. I took my eyes away for 1 second and Onbu's already rubbing his face on the soft cotton buds on the ground. All our scavengers are cured of poison thanks to Mindy. So let's just disable the village doctor again while we don't need them. Oh, our kitchen has 16 fish in it. Can we just cook fish? Is that possible? Oh yeah, grilled fish. I like how you can turn 3 raw fish into 5 grilled fish, doing some kind of transmutation magic here. And finally, our glass blower is constructed. It looks like for every 7 sand we have, we can turn that into 1 glass. So we should have enough to at least make the 5 glass we need. Though it looks like in both directions we go on the map, we're gonna leave the ocean biome very soon anyway. Okay, Mindy started working as our glass blower. Looks like she's going off to the storage area to get some sand. All right, since Onbu's up and moving again, let's try and get rid of this 16% poison that he's got. In our Onbu doctor... Oh yeah, we've got 3 antitoxin in there. So if we click on show interactions, we can select antidote, which reduces 20% of Onbu's poison and increases its trust in you. That's perfect. It says our doctors are preparing. But first, let's just pause it for 1 second. It looks like if we go straight ahead, we're going to hit a desert. And down in this direction takes us into the mountains biome, which is a lot nicer than the desert, I'll be honest. We've got 5 Onbu food, so I think we should be perfectly fine to go south into the mountains, which Onbu agrees with. No one needs a repeat of day 37, which we will stop talking about immediately. Look at the hornblower just standing ready on his giant horn, just waiting for me to give an instruction to Onbu. It's gonna be a while though. Oh, the medicine! The hot air balloon's off and going. What, do they just fly it directly into Onbu's mouth, do they? Oh my god, it's like a moving target. Yeah, they just like flew and dropped it into Onbu's mouth. That was so funny. I don't know why Onbu couldn't sit still. He just had to move so much. And, oh, he's super happy again. 100% healthy, 0% poison. Come on, Onbu, you listen to me, right? We're going into the mountains, not the desert? Yes, okay, perfect. Oh, and there's actually some nomads down here too. Although I don't know what path they're going on. And another desert for some more sand if you want to try and pillage that as well. Hey, it looks like we've made our first glass. Vincent is carrying it for us all the way over to the evaporator, which we're probably not going to need anymore because we're leaving the ocean biome. But hey, at least we got it for the next ocean biome that we enter. I mean, speaking of people that aren't working very hard, Ori is just standing here waiting for Onbu to evacuate his bowels. I mean, it's a big job when Onbu evacuates his bowels, but there is a lot of downtime. But now that I think about it, it's a lot of work when Onbu opens his bowels. So you just relax, Ori. I wonder if Onbu will sleep on this new island. He's only 24% sleepy. Oh, that's a no. I can't believe it. He's walked straight through that sleeping patch. I thought it would be way too much for him to resist. Now, we did just research an aqua farm, which says that we can plant aquatic crops and breeds fish. It needs salt water to make, which we already have. Looks like we could sneak it in this little area. I mean, we're definitely not using all of this space for crops, so they're not going to mind if we use a little bit of the crop space. I did not know that there was a trade post so that traders could land on Onbu. We've got to try that out. But we are just about leaving the ocean biome back into the mountains. I'm actually a little bit sad. I kind of liked the ocean biome. Oh my god, where are these nomads going? They're traveling in their boats by land. Man, these desert islands are so good for getting sand. Let's explore the last one before we're fully out of the ocean biome. Oh, it just decided to rain, which is perfect because now our air wells are back producing 150% water. Oh, we got down to 16 water. That was cutting it really close. Our food production's just kind of going crazy though. We've got so much grilled fish and beet soup now. We've got over 2 days worth of supply in our stores right now. Okay, our scavenger party brought back another 27 sand, so we can finally explore this settlement. I would love to get to 50 nomads. We're at 46 right now. I don't know where we're going to intercept these guys, but I assume there's a road that comes off somewhere down here. We're going to have to race them to get to that point. Yes, we did find settlers. 2 healthy people and 2 hungry people. That's all right. We have so much food. Oh, and that's exactly 50 population now. I can't believe it. It does mean that we've got a lot of extra people to fill out some jobs too, which is very much needed. All right, well, that is great. That's put us in a really good position. We've got iron ore being produced from our furnace, and our glass blower is finally making us some glass. There's plenty more work to do next time, but we're in a really good spot to make this a flourishing little city on the back of Onbu. As always, if you guys want to see more Wandering Village, leave a like, let me know in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Love you. Mwah. Okay, bye.